Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well, and in this video I'm talking about Charles Leclerc being punished, Mercedes crumbling, and Aston Martin facing a worrying decision for the Miami sprint. So let's start with Mercedes, and as we know, they've been the dominant team in the opening 3 rounds of 2026. However, that's not the case in Miami. They've been nowhere, and McLaren and Ferrari have moved ahead of the team. Yes, the Mercedes drivers were able to get in amongst the McLaren and Ferrari drivers, with Kimi Antonelli pulling off a really good lap to go P2 and George Russell went P6, but at the same time Lando Norris took a really dominant pole position. In the McLaren, Oscar Piastri was P3, Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari was P4, and I think he would have been higher up on the grid. His pace has been seriously good all weekend. It looked like he just got it wrong in SQ3. So what's happened to Mercedes? Well, this might explain it. On screen is the upgrade list for Miami, and you can see McLaren and Ferrari have brought a lot of upgrades, but Mercedes have not. So they've only bought a couple, and well, they've been caught up as a result. Now, one thing to note is that Mercedes do have upgrades coming for the next race in Canada, but still though, huge improvements for McLaren and Ferrari. And speaking about it, Russell said, as quoted by Sky F1, "Pretty surprising how big a jump McLaren and Ferrari made. That's pretty damn impressive. We knew they had probably closed the gap, but all day they were quicker than us. From my side, I've been struggling. Miami is not a track I love, especially in these hotter conditions, but it's only sprint qualifying, so let's see what tomorrow brings." Now make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss my Formula 1 content and are kept up to date with F1 news. Recently I managed to reach 47,000 subscribers, and I'm close now to 48,000. Your support means so much to me. Thank you so much for it. But let's move on to Aston Martin, who are facing a worrying decision in Miami. Basically, in sprint qualifying, Lance Stroll was unable to submit a lap time, with teammate Fernando Alonso over 10 seconds from progressing into SQ2, with his lap time unrepresentative and outside the 107% threshold. And therefore, both drivers are at the mercy of the stewards, who now must decide if they will permit the pair to start the sprint at Miami. And one thing to note, it was also a really slow start to the weekend for Aston Martin, with neither driver emerging from the pits for some time at the beginning of practice because of power issues in the garage. And when they did get going, Stroll was slowest, but Alonso could only go 19th. Now usually if a driver does not reach the 107% threshold, it's not an issue, because it's probably because of some issue. They've demonstrated decent pace throughout the weekend and they'll be able to start the Grand Prix. But as we know with Aston Martin, all season long they've been well off the pace, and that trend has continued here in Miami as well. So as I say, it's down to the stewards to decide whether they will start the Miami sprint or not. But let's move on to Leclerc, with the stewards' verdict being issued. Now, as I said earlier on in the video, Leclerc had very good pace in Miami throughout the weekend, and it looked like he could be a contender for pole position. However, in SQ3, things just did not go his way, and he ended up in 4th place. While he was punished for speeding in the pit lane as well, and Leclerc was fined €200 as a result. Basically, the steward's verdict said car 16 exceeded the pit lane speed limit, which is set at 80 km an hour for this event, by 1.4 km an hour. Now for me, I'm looking forward to see what Ferrari can do as the weekend goes on. They've clearly got potential in that car. I just don't think they extracted it in the Miami sprint qualifying. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.